Tonight, she was struck with an extreme case of the flu that nearly killed her. Now, the 12-year-old San Diego girl has no sign of it thanks to a drug currently in the research stages at Rady Children's Hospital. 10 News reporter Preston Phillips has a look at what her parents credit with saving that little girl's life.
Covered in a warm pink blanket with her mom and a fluffy pink stuffed elephant by her side, 12-year-old Caitlin Parmenter is just on the other side of the flu that nearly killed her.
One of the hardest things that I've had to go through.
Caitlin was a healthy girl before she contracted a B strain of the flu 2 weeks ago.
She got so sick so quickly that she ended up being comatose in the morning. The parents couldn't even wake her up.
Once at Rady Children's Hospital, doctors learned she'd never been vaccinated and was also developing diabetes.
Her blood sugar was almost 1,000, and normally it's about 150 or so.
So Caitlin was placed on a breathing machine.
I knew that she was so close to death.
To make matters worse, she was unable to take in any oral flu-fighting medications.
You don't know if your daughter's going to make it, and that's just, it's not easy.
Rady Children's Hospital, though, happens to be one of about a dozen hospitals around the country, and the only one in the county studying this intravenous form of zanamivir. Not currently FDA approved, but proven through hospital case study to be extremely effective fighting extreme pediatric flu cases.
It prevents the spread of virus from one infected cell to another.
With her parents' consent, an IV was started.
There was no other choice we had.
3 days later, she awoke. Her flu was nearly gone.
The first thing she said is, I want a mango. That was unbelievable. It was almost like her being born again.
On the 5th and final day of treatment, there was no sign of influenza. Dr. Bradley calls it a miracle. Caitlin's mom calls the hospital staff her angels.
Now that she is awake and talking, all of these days are so precious to us because, we could have lost her.
Bradley says this is the first time in his 25-year career at Rady's that he has granted media access to the intensive care unit. Meantime, Dr. Bradley says the ER at Rady's is seeing upwards of 250 flu patients a day. That's 30 to 40% more than it saw before the influenza epidemic hit.